Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to look at the Bible for kids again, and this is day 4, focusing on Genesis 3. For those of you who haven't seen it, my goal here, we're going to follow the Bible, we're going to follow a chronological order reading plan, and we're going to simplify the text for young readers, focusing particularly on using the most common words and simplifying the language. If there's a more descriptive but less frequently used word, we're going to scrap it and use something from everyday language, something the kids are going to be familiar with and hopefully have had a chance to read somewhere else. I also am going to release the text under the public domain, and I'll use the CC0 license to accomplish that. And hopefully, as always, my stream is under a CC license as well. All right, so last time we finished chapter 2, and so we're going to start now with chapter 3. All right. We're going to talk about the serpent. Oh, and before I get too far along, let me go ahead and set up my let me go ahead and set up my Bible app here. Totally forgot about that. And I've made a lot of changes to my audio setup. Hopefully that's helpful. Now we look at the original serpent means snake from its hiss. Nakash. I'm guessing they're saying that this is some sort of onomatopoeia. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to say snake. Man, it's not that common of a word, but I think kids will know it. I should say it's not that common of a word on Wikipedia, so. The snake was more subtle. Now, what does that even mean, subtle? Cunning. Crafty. Sneaky. I think sneaky was more sneaky than any animal of the field which Yahweh God had made. He said to the woman, the snake said to the woman, as God really said, you cannot eat of any tree of the garden. Did I even question garden before? I think I used it without even thinking about it. I don't think I even looked for a different word than garden, but let's see how frequent it is. It's kind of important to the story, though. I could say farm. I think that doesn't get the meaning across as well. Garden does mean it's cultivated. Farm kind of means that it's like all one type of crop or whatever. Orchard maybe would be a little more accurate, but maybe not really. Anyway, back to chapter 3. The woman said to the snake, we may eat fruit from the trees of the garden. Whoops. I'm going to say any tree of the garden except for the fruit of... Did I use middle before? Center. I feel like middle's probably better than center. I think center is probably wrong. It's a little bit slanted from Wikipedia corpus. Maybe I need to find a different corpus somewhere, but it's tricky. tricky to know what to do with a corpus, but it gives me some ideas anyway. Except for, well, my, okay. For some reason, my keyboard isn't too happy with me. I might have to switch keyboards. Except for the fruit of the tree, which is in the middle. I'm going to say that is in the middle. God said, you cannot eat from it. You cannot touch it, or you will die. Okay. So the snake said to the woman, you know, this kind of language is going to be really relatable. This kind of story, I think, is really relatable to a kid, because you're not really going to get hurt. Your parents said that, but you're not really going to get hurt. You will not really die. God knows that when you eat it, your eyes will be opened and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. Okay. Let's use an M dash here. I think it's descriptive. Right? That's good. You'll be like God, knowing good and evil. Now then, the woman's left with a choice, right? She now has to think about it. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it looked nice, and that the tree was desired to make one wise. Looked nice and could make someone wise. She took some of its fruit and ate. I'm going to say ate it. Then she gave some to her husband with her, and he ate it too. Their eyes were both opened, and they both knew that they... Do I want to say they both knew they were naked? Well, I never used the word naked before. They both noticed, both knew that they should wear clothes. We're beating around the bush a little bit, but okay. They sewed fig leaves. Now let's look this up. I could just put fig there. Maybe I should. This is verse 10-ish. No, before that. Verse 7. The fig tree. Okay, well, fig leaves together. There was something I used instead of together. I changed things. Waters water then. Start at the top. Okay, come together to one place. We are using the word together. I somehow have messed up the word up here. The file's read-only, but I edited it in my text editor. Okay, so we're going to use together. It's fine. They sewed fig leaves together and made coverings. I could just say clothes or sheet. The original is a belt, an apron. I see why they're trying to be not very specific in the English text here. Clothes for themselves. I'm just going to say to wear. They heard Yahweh God's voice. How common is a voice? Reasonably common. Walking in the garden in the cool of the day. I think that's all good. And the man and his wife hid from, I'm just going to take out themselves, from the presence of Yahweh God. The face. I'm just going to say they hid from him. I think I used between before, right? Yep. In between the trees of the garden. I think that's pretty good. Yahweh God called to the man. What else can I say? I think I need a different word there. Hang on. Where did my dictionary go? I had one. Where did I put it? Okay. Or thesaurus I had, rather. Here it was. Okay. Could say yelled. Uh-oh. Just a sec. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I have an appointment later today, and I thought maybe it was coming sooner than expected. But that's not the case. I'm trying to look for a good synonym for called, because we decided earlier not to use it, but I don't think there's a choice here. So I may go back where I use named everywhere. I may use called, because it is useful to have a distinguish between call and name, especially in the part where it talks about Adam naming things. The original says, whatever Adam called it, that was the name. That's harder to say when you use the word named instead of called. I mean, he's calling to the man to say, "Where are you?" Right? Like, what would I say normally? If I'm looking for a kid, let's say. Called. I could say shouted. Called out to the man and said, "Where are you?" 10. The man said, I heard your voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I am not wearing clothes. So I hid myself. Let's change this. It says they made clothes for themselves, but that doesn't really fit with the story. I'll just say belts. Maybe garter. Maybe I could just put shorts. Okay, so my thesaurus stopped working. That's exciting. Okay. I think belt is a bad word to use. I think. If a kid can read the word, and then their parent has to explain what it means, that's probably better than using a word they're going to understand. Well, let's be frank. If I use the word sash, they're not going to be able to read it on their own, and then their parents still going to have to explain it to them. So belt might be better in this case. I could say wide belts or big belts. I think that would get the meaning across pretty well. Kid's not going to know what a girdle is, that's for sure. Skirts even would be, skirt would be a word. They didn't have anything else, they wore skirts. Yeah. Okay, what's another word for skirt? The thing about skirt is, at least in modern usage, it's gender specific. Whereas belt really isn't. Or sash or whatever. Like the way that they're using it, it's not meant to be gender specific. Yeah, I don't have anything. Okay, we're going to go with that. Wide belts to wear. We could really just say skirt, though. I'm going to put that. They made skirts to wear. What, you know, because they didn't have anything else. Okay, so verse 10. I heard your voice in the garden. I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid myself. God said, who told you that you needed clothes? Let's see. They did not wear clothes and they didn't know any better. Who told you about clothes? Have you eaten from the tree that I ordered you not to eat from? 12. The man said, the woman you gave to be with me, she gave me fruit from the tree, and I ate it. Okay, Yahweh God said to the woman, what have you done? Oh, interesting. They put a paragraph here as well, even though it's in the middle of a verse. The woman said, the snake tricked me, and I ate. I'm going to leave it at that. 14. Yahweh God said to the snake, because you have done this, you are cursed. What does cursed mean? Verse 14. Let's look in more detail here. Because you have done this, you are cursed. Excreate. What does that even mean? It is execrate. Okay.
Execrate.
You were hateful. Okay. I could just say hateful. I could say you are bad. I could say you are the worst. You are the worst. Because you have done this, but okay, you are cursed above all livestock and above every animal of the field. You are more cursed. I could say more evil. You are the worst. Let's just go with this. Worse than all the beasts and all the animals of the field. I could even just say every. every animal of the field. You will go on your belly, and you will eat dust all the days of your life. It's like a poem. I'm not going to do it that way. I'm not going to make it like a poem because I'm changing the words so much, it can't line it up the same way. Eat dust. What did I say before instead of dust? I'll just say dirt. I don't want to say mud because it isn't wet. And back where I use the word mud, I could just as easily say dirt. Mud makes more sense though, and if you're being honest though, you can shape mud. You can't really shape dirt. Whoa, hello. No, no thank you. You will go. Let's say crawl. Should we say crawl? I think so. You will crawl on your belly, and you will eat dirt all the days of your life. Okay. I will make... Okay, hostility. Enmity. Hatred. Let's read the whole thing. I'll put hostility between you and the woman, and between your offspring and her offspring. I could say hatred. Not common in Wikipedia, though. Hate. That's pretty common. Oops. I will make you and the woman hate each other. Okay. And I will make you and the woman's children, kids, hate each other. I will make your kids and her kids hate each other. I think that works. All right. He will bruise your head. I could say kid. The woman's kid will... Do I want to say bruise? I'll just say hurt. Hurt your head, and you will hurt his foot. All right. I think that's good enough. 16. To the woman, he said... Here, this is verse 15. We'll put that there. You will crawl. Okay, let's just put that all together. Verse 14. Let's not make it all poemy. There we go. Again, let's not make it all poemy. Okay, to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply your pain. Okay. Greatly increase. So okay, increase like yeah, like the word very, right. They both, oh, it's interesting. Interesting, it's the same word twice. Increase. Add. Do I want to say multiply? I feel like there might be a better word. I could just say increase. raise, okay. Raise is 960. Then we have increase, which is used more often in Wikipedia, but that doesn't mean I should do the same. I could say double. I mean, that's even more rare, at least in Wikipedia. I mean, multiply works. Okay, I could say it a different way. I will make having babies very painful for you. You will have babies with pain. Your desire will be for your husband. I don't really fully understand what this means, but we'll try. Stretching, longing, urge. Ish, which means man. You want a man. Oh, wow. You will want a man. You will want a man and he will be your boss. I don't know. You will want a husband. How do I say this? I don't want to make it too awkward. Okay, you will wish for, relish. I mean, there are lots of long words that are less awkward. Ache for. Lust for. I mean, obviously. You will need. Yeah, I mean, I feel like, man, I don't know. You will need your husband and he will be your boss. You will choose. I mean, I'm adding more information in there, but it's not exactly untrue stuff. I could say you will love. Yeah, I think that's love your husband and he will be your boss. I'm not trying to interpret the original. I'm not trying to change it for the sake of modern sensibilities. I just want to get it out there in a simple form. Matter of fact, everywhere where it says king, did I use the word king? Maybe I should use the word boss instead. Can I set this to whole word? I don't guess I can. think boss is better than king. Let's check it out. King, 325. Boss. I still think boss is better. Okay. Looks like we worked through all of them. Okay. You will love your husband, he will be your boss. Oh, that's right. We replaced king with take charge. Okay. 17. To Adam, to the man, Adam, he said, since you listen to your wife's voice and have, okay, since you have, yeah, we'll just put have here, have eaten from the tree that I ordered you not to, ordered you, saying, you will not eat of from it, oops, from it, tree. I know I said it differently before. Uh-huh. You may eat from every tree in the garden, but you will not eat. I'll just say cannot eat. Cannot eat from the tree of not knowing about good and evil. When you eat from it, you will die. I could say if you eat from it, you will die. When, we'll leave it alone. Okay. You cannot eat from it. The ground is, what did I say? Did I say cursed? Okay, let's see if they use the same word here. Cursed. Yeah, it's the same word. I could say broken. I could say the ground will hate you. The ground is mad. Okay, let's look at the story. The ground is cursed for your sake, or because of you. You will eat from it with much work all the days of your life. It will grow thorns and thistles, and you will eat the grass of the field. You will eat bread by the sweat of your face until you return to the ground where you were taken out of it. For you are dust, and you shall return to dust. Okay. You cannot eat from it. I don't want to use the word cursed, really. I guess there's no way to weasel out of it at the moment. The ground is cursed because of you. You will work hard to eat from it for as long, well, I could just say all the days of your life. No need to overthink it. Okay. Period. It will grow thorns. And what are thistles? So the first word means a thorn in the sense of prickling. Boo-boos. And the second word means a thorn. What is a thistle? I feel like this is an English translation. I feel like they picked a plant that grew in England or wherever that you could easily understand. Where do thistles grow? Where are they native? Some are native to Eurasia, have been widely introduced outside their native range. Maybe there were native thistles in Israel, but maybe not. They do look sharp, though. Okay. A briar. I don't even know how to spell briar, apparently. Okay. We clearly just want a synonym for thorn. Right? Barb. Prickle. Pointy plants. It will grow thorns and thorny bushes. I mean, thistle. I don't like that. I don't like that. It's not a common word. Kids aren't necessarily going to know what it means. Some kids might know what a briar patch is. I'll go with it for now. But man, I don't like it. Thorns and thistles. It will grow thorns and thistles to you. For you, because of you, at you. I feel like this might just be a run-on sentence. And you will eat the plants of the field. Period. You will eat by the sweat of your face. Again, we don't want to just say sweat of your hard work, or we're not going to, you're going to say you're going to eat by hard work. We're going to keep the original image, the sweat of your face. Until you go back to the ground. Since you were taken out of it. Since you were taken out of it. For you are dust. Because you are dust. Let's just say because. Because you are dust, dirt, let's say dirt, and you will become dirt again. You will go back to dirt. To dirt again. No, you will go back to dirt. There we go. 20. The man, man called his wife Eve. Because she would be the mom of all humans? All the living? All the living. We'll just leave it like that. Made clothes from animal skins for Adam and for his wife. And clothed them. The original says wrap. Help them put them on? Put them on them. That's what I want to say. Put the clothes on them. All right. 22. Yahweh, God said, look, the man has become like one of us. Turned into. Become, I think, is pretty common. I think I've used it before. Became is common too, yeah. Oh, this is my first time using become. But I used became a couple of times. Like one of us, knowing good and evil. Man, the decision to use knowing, the tree about knowing good and evil, turned out to be a good one because we keep using knowing over and over again. Now, lest. Oh boy, lest. I just got to figure out the shortest way to translate it that's going to make sense, I guess. Lest. Oh, interesting. In the original, I'm not seeing lest even there. Send hand. Send hand take tree of life. And now he'll reach out his hand and take from the tree of life And eat and live forever. And eat and live forever. I don't know why this is ending with a dash here. I guess it means they were mid-sentence? It does have a colon in the original. I want to put a period there. Therefore, I'll just put instead. Instead, Yahweh God sent him out from the Garden of Eden to till. I want to put farm. Yep. To farm the ground from which he was taken. From which he was made. I could say farm the ground that he was made from. Period. So he drove out the man. Pushed? Do I want to say forced? Okay. That's actually a pretty common one in Wikipedia, anyway. I'll say forced. I could say he made him leave. Made him leave. So he made him leave. So he made the man leave. And he put cherubim. Now let me look this up. This is something we never translate. We always just say cherubim. I could say cherub, I guess. But cherubim, that's... I'm going to put cherubs. He put cherubs at the east of the Garden of Eden and a flaming sword. A blazing sword. I could say fiery. Is that better? Interesting, the original word, flaming sword, the word sword could also mean drought. Huh. I guess in this case it doesn't. Fiery. That's a complex word, though. Fire is pretty common, but fiery is not even spelled the same way. That is fire, right? Yeah, that's how you spell it. I don't think that's the best word. Flaming's not especially common, but flame is. More common. Could say burning. That's more common. A fire, a light. Okay. Whew, that's not it. And a sword on fire. Sword that was on fire and turned. There we go. So the phrase, which turned every way, in the original it's one word, to turn about or over. By implication, to change, overturn, pervert, overthrow. Hmm. You know, it almost sounds like it's saying a sword that wins a fight. And turned every way to guard. Did I use the word guard before? I did not. Well, I know I was keep. Okay, verse 15. Let's look at that. No, that's not the same. Chapter 2, verse 15. Let's look at that. To farm it and keep it safe. And to keep it safe. I do want to say it differently than that, I think. 22. Oh, we're almost at the end. This is good. Okay. To guard the way to the tree of life. Right. To stop. To block the way to the tree of life. I think that makes sense. All right, and we're done with chapter 3 now. Wow. Should look at that. It only took us 58 minutes. So now, at the end of chapter 3, we've taken about an hour, and we've done 22 verses per hour. Not bad. This is the quickest we've gone. I do feel like I went a little bit too fast. I gave up early on the word thistle. Maybe I'll come back around to that, but we're picking up speed. If we're able to maintain, okay, well, if my keyboard works, if we're able to maintain this speed, oh, hello. Something's going on here. All right, if we're able to maintain this speed, that means like 31,000 verses, right? Divide by 22, divide by 40. Yeah, now we're getting in the range of like half a year, right? Okay, yeah, most of a year, 70% of a year, I guess. All right, so that's down from the 62 and a half weeks I calculated last time. But of course, it's not always going to go so well, is it? Looking back, there are a few things I'd like to change, but I think now's not the time to edit it. I probably should just let it rest, read it over again, and then criticize it. But yeah, that's verses 1 to 3. That's exciting. And this is supposed to be day 1 of the reading plan. So, yeah. Needless to say, writing takes longer than reading. And with that, I guess we're done for the day. Thank you all for joining me. And I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe.